I'm Josh Saunders.
I'm Dylan Button.
We are the Pop Culturists, and Dylan, another month is upon us.
Another month is upon us. August
What year?
2017 at the moment.
That is correct. So, as we always do, / once before, but we'll be doing going forward, we're going to preview games and movies coming out for August 2017.
That we are.
Good contribution, Dylan. Well done. Let's start with games.
Thank you.
So, this one may interest you. So, we're only going to talk about games that interest us, because if we're going to go through everything, it's too much and the video's too long and no one's going to watch it. So, Mega Man Legacy Collection 2.
Did you say 2?
2.
Okay. Well,
There is a number 1.
I didn't realise it was number 1. I imagine that's the original NES Mega Man game.
I think
into
so.
2 different ones.
Yeah.
See,
Were you a Mega Man boy?
I was a Mega Man boy.
I never played.
Mega Man 3 was the big one on Nintendo Entertainment System for me.
Yeah.
And that's when they kind of got some of the kinks out where you could slide now and do different things that they kind of worked out on 1 and 2.
Like Crash did, how he kind of got the body slam and stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
He kind
kind
of add to the arsenal.
It.
Yeah.
So that sounds like something I would play for all of about 10 minutes.
I should say what it's coming to, actually. It is coming to PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Not Switch, unfortunately.
No Switch. And you think it'd be good because Nintendo and Capcom kind of came together to...
Oh, they came together.
Yeah.
Many a time back in the day. Ark Survival Evolved, the full release.
Whoa!
PC, PS4, Xbox One, August 8th.
Explain to me what Ark is.
Ark has been in early access for the last 2 years on Steam, and it's come to PS4 and Xbox One. It's essentially, how can I put it? Dinosaurs.
Okay, you got me.
Multiplayer open world.
Mm-hmm.
Building, clan building and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I know Jess is really excited for this, Rock 'em Mummy.
Okay.
So essentially, from what I understand, it's a big open world.
Right.
There's dinosaurs. It's like MMO-ish. Like there's other places in there you can kill them.
So
They can kill you.
play as dinosaurs?
No, you play as a person, like tribal person.
Right, okay.
But you can build up your walls to protect from dinosaurs. You can tame dinosaurs to help you with like farming and stuff.
Right.
I think
That's what I'd get my dinosaur to do some farming for me.
you get your T-Rex to like use its alarms to like plow the ground, to hoe the ground.
Just crush my enemies
Oh yeah, they do that.
off the toilets.
It has an extremely hardcore fan base for a game that was only early access.
Okay.
I want to try it,
Uh-huh.
but
Do you think you get sucked into it?
yeah, and that's why I'm kind of not wanting to,
Okay.
because I don't have time in my life right now for that
You
big
don't even
investment.
take a taste just in case it's...
Yeah,
Too good.
yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Because I'll eat the whole cake.
That's Ark Survival Evolved. When's that come out, Josh?
August 8th, I already said.
Nice.
Telltale Batman Season 2, Episode 1, The Enemy Within, PC, PS4, Xbox One, also on August 8th. So Episode 1 of Season 2 of Telltale's Batman.
Just to make it confusing.
Did you play Telltale's Batman?
I played Episode 1 of
Yeah.
Telltale's Batman.
It's just Episode 1.
Just Episode 1.
Yeah.
It was alright. Some of the fighting was cool. The story was alright.
I thought it was rad.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good representation of Detective Batman, where a lot of the Batman we've seen lately in all other forms of media is brute Batman,
Yeah.
scary, punch people, and
I do love my Detective Batmans.
yeah, so it's good. I'm excited.
Dylan will remember this. Get it? Because that's what they say when you do things.
This one I didn't know about. Did you ever play StarCraft as a child?
No, that's a PC game, and
It is.
PC is poo-poo.
Like 30 years ago, whenever StarCraft 1 came out. StarCraft remastered for PC on August 14th.
Oh, see? It's PC.
StarCraft was in VCE year 11 and 12. Me and all my other friends of like-minded individuals.
Right.
Computer room,
Yeah.
StarCraft. That game was my life.
But StarCraft, I've seen all the advertising for it. But is it an MMO, but just space?
No, it's RTS.
Okay, so real-time strategy.
Like Age of Empires.
Yeah.
But with
There you go. That's why I never played it.
not people. Well, you got the Terrans who are people, but they're wearing
Alien
the
species.
suits and stuff.
The
And
mech
you got the
suits, yeah.
Zerg and the Protoss.
Of course.
I didn't know about it, but I'm super keen because just for nostalgic value, StarCraft was a massive part of my life back in the day.
That'd be pretty cool to play
Back in
that.
the day. The big one for the month, though.
Yes.
Uncharted The Lost Legacy. Uncharted 4 standalone DLC, August 22nd or 23rd, depending what region you were in. You didn't know what this was, did you? Kind of.
Well, I thought it was... I guess DLC is what I expected. But I knew it wasn't a full game.
Oh, it is a full game because it's said to be about 10 hours worth.
Campaign
Campaign length. Following Nadine and Chloe from Uncharted fame from various points.
Yes, we debated
But it is standalone, so you don't have to have played or own Uncharted at all.
Do you know where it falls in the timeline? Around Uncharted 4?
I think after, not sure.
Ooh.
See, I've gotten into this state of mind lately where if something interests me, I go on full blackout.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes time to talk about it, I only know whatever there is from the initial reveal trailer.
That isn't a problem. We really should know ins and outs and casting and everything and game designs. But yeah, I've been the same where I don't want to know. I just want to see it.
This year in particular, I've found that stepping back, it's like I see a trailer, I go, "Yep, I'm in." That's all I want to know, and I found I think I've enjoyed a lot more things because of it instead of riding that hype train all the way.
Yeah,
but I'm keen for it. But I haven't finished Uncharted 4 yet either.
Me either.
My 8-year-old son has finished Uncharted 4.
Wow.
I have not finished Uncharted 4 just
I'll get
yet.
about 3/4 of the way through, I think.
You don't have a PlayStation?
I was here.
Oh, you're living at Ryan's house, weren't you?
Yeah.
There's heaps. The big one for the month though, Mario versus Rabbids for the Switch. How do you feel about Rabbids? Sorry, that's coming out on the 29th of August.
I think the Rabbids are the minions of video games. They're like these vermin that just rabbit on. And I don't know.
They're rabidly in your face.
I don't even know what channel I'm watching that's on, but it seems to be on TV a lot as like these 30-minute episodes of them just going around.
Yeah, there was there is a TV series.
Yeah.
Where they act like minions.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is when they announced this title, Mario vs. Rabbids for the Switch, the collective groan across the world. I think Earth shifted diameter.
Well, you got me. You say Mario, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, Rabbids. And then it hit E3 where they showed the trailer and some gameplay.
Yeah.
And everyone inhaled their groans back in and went, "Holy fuck! This actually looks really good," because it's laid out like an XCOM game. So it's like turn-based strategy, cover-based strategy. And I know you don't like turn-based things. I know that's not your thing. No. But it's not like it's not a turn-based RPG. Oh, it's kind of an RPG. It's bright. It's colourful. It's a new take on Mario because there was a Mario RPG way back when.
Mario RPG.
And it was really good. So to get another Mario version of an RPG. Even though it's not a straight like JRPG style. I think it will be interesting.
Do you think it'll have longevity though?
I think it will be a sleeper hit.
Okay.
I think a lot of people are going to play this and go, "This game is fucking rad."
And what console is that on?
Nintendo Switch.
Oh.
What do you mean? Oh, you've got a Switch.
I know, but it's not on PlayStation and Xbox and Nintendo.
Well, speaking
exclusive.
of the Switch, the last one I want to talk about is Minecraft Story Mode, the complete adventure for Nintendo Switch on the 25th of August.
So I imagine this is like the complete version of Minecraft that's been out and everything else for the last 5 years?
No, it's the Telltale Story Mode.
Oh.
Yeah. So don't get all Minecraft's already out on the Switch.
Oh.
With the Mario theme pack.
I have seen it on there in the store to buy.
Yeah.
The box came.
Telltale Minecraft Season 1 is awesome. Because my son was begging me to pick it up. I'm like, oh, fuck, yeah, right, fine. And so I sat there and I watched him play through all 8 episodes over the course of a few weeks. It's rad. It is so cool.
What's the story of these block people?
Well, the whole traditional, you're just a small town guy who ends up saving the world.
Right, of course. It's a Lego movie.
You've got your group of friends in episode 1, and you go to a builders competition.
And is it like, where you press the button to do things? QuickTime events?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And all your dialogue choices, so we'll remember that.
And you do no building at all?
No, there's building.
Okay.
But not free building like there is in Minecraft.
Yeah, okay.
But building is a very big part of the game as well. Okay. The story's rad. I think little Ryan
he
would
always
enjoy
points to the block game and tries to download it all the time.
Yeah.
And it comes up the credit card screen and stops it. You're like, oh, it's broken.
I think little Ryan would enjoy.
Okay. I might give it a crack.
So, yeah, I think it's worth it. It's a wholesome family experience filled with death and sadness.
Oh, that's what every family needs.
It's cool. I do recommend.
Cool. All right.
That's all for the games that interest me this month and Dylan. Even though the issue here is normally the games would bounce off me and Ryan. Because Dylan doesn't play many games.
No.
But I like to try to educate where I can.
Oh, it's good. Yeah. I've learned something.
But where can you educate me?
Well, I can educate you in the movies.
Woo!
So yeah, I'd say it's a pretty big month for movies. It's been a pretty good year for movies, actually. There hasn't been that many disappointments.
I think Batman v Superman.
That wasn't this year.
It wasn't.
No. Wonder Woman was this year. It was good.
I'm in the wrong time stream.
Anyways,
It's going to be an interesting Oscar time of year this year. Already.
We always miss the Oscars, which sucks, but
What do you mean we miss them?
Well, every year Oscar movies are out in the US in November and December, and then we get them in January and February.
Yeah.
So everybody's talking about these awesome movies, and they're nominated, and I'm like, I've never heard of that before in my life.
We can obtain movies.
Yeah, it still takes a little while.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay.
August 3rd sees Charlize Theron in Atomic Blonde. Have you seen the trailer for this?
I have.
Yeah.
I never heard of it. I think it's the first YouTube trailer I watched all the way.
Whoa! This just came on at the start.
It came on at the start of a
Right.
video, obviously. And I was ready to hit 5, 4, 3, and hit skip. And something hooked me right at the start. I was like, oh, what is it? And I watched the whole trailer. I thought, this looks awesome.
It does look action packed. Did you see the part where she like jumped out the window on a rope around the guy's neck and like landed?
Yeah.
And it's like the next action hero. It does look pretty exciting.
Is that how it's kind of being pitched?
Yeah, that's what the quotes come up as when it's playing through the movie.
Yeah.
But essentially, Charlize Theron is like an assassin, and she has to go to Russia or somewhere. I think it's set in the Berlin
Russia.
Wall dropping, so then like 1989.
Yeah.
And it's who can you trust, and it's like a group of spies, and she's got to pick out which one's the double agent, and it's just ridiculous action set pieces.
Yeah.
Sexy costumes, just craziness, and like a rocking soundtrack, 80s soundtrack. So it's got like Sweet Dreams by Rhythmics.
Yeah. That was already used in X-Men, though.
Yeah, it's true. But I don't know if it's in the movie. Could not be.
Trailer fodder.
Possibly.
No, it looks rad. I'm really excited for that movie. It's gonna be
what
awesome.
I'm excited for is, I've been excited for this for a while. I saw the trailer at cinemas. 10th of August is Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets. Have you seen the trailer for this?
No, but one of my favourite other channels, Film Theory, put out a film theory on how a lot of Star Wars is modelled off Valerian. Because Valerian was a comic book series in the early 70s, late 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he kind of went through the timeline of what Valerian did and shows the comparisons to Star Wars and all that. So I hadn't heard of it until then. But it seems like another sprawling space saga.
Yeah, and... I remember that with John Carter, when John Carter of Mars came out with Taylor Kitsch.
Fuck, that was a bad movie.
It was. But, like, because John Carter was the saga of his stories were written back in, like, 1910 and things like that, so many of the things were like this massive arena scene, which was almost exactly like in Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
So you can see the influences of that on things that have come out since.
Yeah.
But this looks awesome. Like, there's so many sci-fi movies that are just like, meh. Like, visual effects don't do anything anymore. And there's like this planet that they live in, a city of 1,000 planets. So there's all these different species of alien. It
City
looks
of
good.
1,000 suns, isn't it? Planets or suns?
It says planets. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, maybe wrong.
And it's like supposed to be this ongoing saga. It's directed by Luc Besson, who did Lucy recently. He did The Professional. Fifth Element was another futuristic one that he did, which was awesome.
Yeah.
I hate Dane DeHaan's in it. He's got this really dumb bowl cut,
Yeah.
and whatever her name is from. Suicide Squad, the
Enchantress.
Yeah, whatever her name is, model face. She's in it, so
I'll find out her name.
Chloe something or other. So that kind of puts me off. But the aliens look really interesting and different, so I'm really excited.
She's
for
a good actor. It's just Suicide Squad was bad.
I don't know. I think she's a model.
I think you find it. Okay, let's see.
Yeah. In the meantime, while we're looking up her name,
Cara Delevingne.
Cara Delevingne.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Chloe.
Yeah,
good one.
I don't know.
Righto.
And then coming up after that is Annabelle Creation. So Annabelle's the doll from The Conjuring.
Oh, I remember. Yes. Okay.
Yep. And then she had her own spin-off movie, Annabelle, which I saw, which was pretty
Remember
average.
that. Yeah.
And now there's a new one, Annabelle Creation, because you wanted to know the origins of that doll.
Should we be excited?
No. It's just Halloween fodder, even though it's not even Halloween yet.
I'm trying to.
The doll's
red
creepy.
hair. Like red hair doll, kind of.
Kind of just like big eyes and white, paley skin.
I remember watching probably half of the first one. I turned it off.
Yeah, well,
it's so hard to find a good horror movie.
Well, yeah, there's some good ones these days, but in The Conjuring, she was like a secondary story in it, and then it kind of came into the end, and then there was a whole movie based around her, and apparently
it just didn't do
scary dolls keep
Okay.
So
Sorry. Speaking of scary movies, about 2 weeks ago, I watched Babadook.
yes, the Babadook.
That is fucking terrifying.
Australian movie.
That movie scared the fuck out of me.
I saw that.
Just when it's dark and you hear Babadook,
Yeah.
Babadook,
And it's up on the roof and stuff.
Fuck. That movie got me.
That
good.
movie is scary, but it's also like depressing. Like,
Oh fuck yeah.
The life that the mother goes through.
Yeah, and seeing the toll it takes on her with this kid
Yeah.
is fucking crazy.
And that's what makes it so good, is because it feels like it's a real story, but then
Yeah.
there's this supernatural element
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
Babadook, good.
Yeah.
Check it out.
It's just I ragged on that horror movie, so I thought I'd throw out a good one.
Yeah,
I think it was on Netflix. I don't know if it still is.
I think that came out 2015.
Mm.
But anyway, now this is one for you, Josh. Stephen King's The Dark Tower.
Yeah,
It's been a long time coming. How long has it been since The Dark Tower's been out? Like, when did they write those books?
What, the books? Fuck, I don't know when they wrote them. I know when I read them.
2000s?
Yeah.
Late 90s, maybe?
See, this is why we need to do research before.
We should. But anyway, it's directed by Ron Howard of Happy Days fame and many wonderful films. Willow. That's one of them. And Matthew McConaughey, Idris Elba.
1982 was the first book.
Wow. As the gunslinger.
Yeah.
What is a gunslinger? Because I know of The Dark Tower and I like Stephen King's movies. Not a big reader, but I appreciate his work.
Yeah.
But I've always seen pictures of The Dark Tower on the covers, and it sounds cool, and there's like 12 books or more.
The gunslingers are... I don't want to go into too much detail. Essentially...
Spoilers.
There's not many of them.
Right.
To put it to its core, they're good with guns.
Is it in the future or like a supernatural kind of alternate world?
I'm not saying anything on that. You'll have to watch.
Ooh, okay.
It's essentially Roland is the gunslinger following the Dark Wizard.
Okay.
That's the core of the story. But I don't want to say too much because it really is. It's just a fantastic series.
Okay.
And it has, to me anyway, it has that Lord of the Rings vibe to it, where it's such a big world and there's so much going on. There's so many cool characters. But you see in the trailer with Idris Elba, he does a few cool gun things. Where he I think he throws the bullets up in the air with his revolver and then catches them through the air and then he's like doing all this cool shit. I hope it's rad.
You said that they looks like they're covering too much in such a short span. In one movie, you see a lot of.
It just seems like, from the trailer at least, it seems like they're getting through it very quickly. I hope they're not.
Okay. I do know that Ron Howard directed the Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons and Inferno, which came out and went. Nobody even saw that. But with such an established fan base and acclaimed book. And he's done transitions into movies, which the Da Vinci Code was all right, but Da Vinci Code, before it became a movie, was like a phenomenon that everybody raved about. Yeah. And the movie's just like,
the movie's there if you want to watch it.
Yeah,
it'd be the same as this. I don't know. If anything, I hope people that haven't read The Dark Tower see the movie and go, okay, it interests me enough that I'm going to go read the books.
Yeah, that'd be the way to go.
I don't want to be that book snob.
But the book's better already.
Well,
book's better than the trailer.
Book's probably going to be better already.
The book was more coherent than the trailer.
However, I fucking dig Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Have you seen Lucifer?
No, not the TV series.
So good.
Yeah.
Like the angry cop. So good. I recommend.
Was he in The Wire? Did you ever watch The Wire?
No, I never watched it.
I think he's in The Wire. Wire's a good show as well.
But no, I have tentative high hopes for The Dark Tower.
Okay, me too. I'm excited. It seems because it's like they announced it and now it's out. I don't remember anything in between.
Yeah,
it's kind of just like, we're making Dark Tower and it's out tomorrow. Sweet.
No, well, how can I say this? The books they're not plotting, but they're very detailed and a lot happens. So even from like the first, quarter of the first book, I didn't see any of that in the first trailer. So that's kind of what I'm worried about.
But it could be a good instance where they're not showing. They don't want to give away too much.
It could be too. DC. But it has the potential to be that trilogy of movies. You know the core trilogies of movies on your shelf. You got the Lord of the Rings, and you got the Hobbit. Not so much, but it's there. And you got Star Wars trilogy, the original trilogy, and it has the potential to be in that caliber of movies. So I really hope it is.
Okay, I'm excited. Another thing I'm really excited about is I don't know if it's going to come here. Hopefully it does. It was in the list, but on the 24th of August, Terminator 2 returns to cinemas in 3D.
Really?
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm so excited. Terminator 2 is like one of the top 3 favorite movies of all time for me. It interchanges depending on whether I'm watching Ghostbusters or not. But I'm excited. I mean, the problem with me is I watched all these movies on VHS or TV when I grew up. So it's all like 4:3 and scenes are cut out and it's swearing cut down. And I did see that at the theatre that plays all the movies that I cannot think of right now in the city, the Astor. In South Yarra. And I saw Terminator 2, I saw Batman, I saw Aliens, all the movies I love that I was too young to see in cinemas, I went and saw on the big screen.
You saw them properly?
Fairly recently. But I'm excited. In 3D, sure, why not?
I'll see it if it's out, for sure. But there was no Australian listing was there just yet.
It was Australian, but who knows if it's going to happen because I haven't seen it advertised anywhere. And being out here, I don't know, might not make it. Two other ones I want to mention. So the Hitman's Bodyguard. Have you seen the trailer for this one? It looks like a fun cop comedy action movie. It's got Ryan Reynolds, who is a bodyguard, and Samuel L. Jackson, who's a hitman. Right. And he has to protect Samuel L. Jackson, but they've had this history together where Samuel L. Jackson's tried to kill Ryan Reynolds like 9 times. Okay. And Samuel L. Jackson's assassin and Ryan Reynolds' assassin back, and it's just explosions galore, and all these like mafia guys are trying to kill Samuel L. Jackson. He's going to protect him.
Okay.
Looks fun. Like it looks like a fun movie you go and see and have a laugh and then never think about it.
Is Samuel L. Jackson at the point where he'll just take any role now?
I think he just works. Like he's literally like, I got to pay the bills. I got to keep working.
I'm sure he's fine financially.
I don't know. Maybe he's got like some kind of addiction that he needs to pay off.
What's the last big movie he did? Because he was in
Kong's big movies.
He's in them as a supporting character.
Yeah.
Like he was in Kong Skull Island.
Yeah, he was,
and he was the villain.
Yeah,
for a little
bit.
There. I mean, he was in Django. In the last final act, the last third of the movie-ish.
Stephen.
He's good, but was a side character though. Like, where's the next big?
He was in the Hateful Eight. Again, he was kind of like a side character in that as well.
Yeah. Was he just kind of chilling now?
Just Gus getting paid. Just takes whatever he can get. He just likes working. But
he likes sassing people.
That's something that's sassy.
Yeah.
But it reminds me, there was one with Ryan Reynolds and it was called Safe House. Ryan Reynolds and Denzel Washington, and it seemed very similar story-wise.
Okay.
So I'm like, isn't this Safe House? And Lucky Last. Now this one said it was theatrical, but it comes out on Netflix on the 25th of August. Death Note. Have you seen the anime?
Mm-hmm.
And do you love the anime?
Yeah.
Does it make writing look fucking epic? Where the camera like zooms around and zooms in.
Well, it's because of what's happening when he's writing.
Well, it's epic.
Because you write the name in the book.
That's right.
And you can put a time and a how, and people will die that way.
Exactly. So he's essentially this high school kid that finds this book.
He's an intelligent high school kid. Like the most intelligent high school kid you've ever seen, yeah. So the anime is... You've got the intelligent high school kid with the Death Note, who basically develops a god complex, as in I will kill all the criminals in the world and have world peace, and I'll be a godlike character. And then you've got the reclusive detective who's never shown his face in public before. L. Yeah. Who's solved all the biggest cases in the world. And the anime is more a big battle of wits, like each one trying to outsmart another. And there's a lot that happens in the anime that... he does this, but he knew he was going to do that, so he did that. But he knew he'd respond that way, so he did that. And it's a thinking man's anime. There's a lot to follow, and it can get hard to follow. But it's just...
I don't know if they'll do it justice, because it is incredible.
Do it justice.
And just the way that they set these rules up in the book of how it works, and just the way that he kind of... uses the book to his advantage by twisting the way you can do
even
things.
that, because he's given the book from a Shinigami, who's a death god, and they all have the death notes, and he's bored because they live forever and they just kind of dick about, and in the anime, like the rest of them are like just playing like dice and shit. He's like, I'm so fucking bored. So he drops his death note next to this really smart high school kid and let's just see what happens. And throughout the show, Light, who is the main character, will do something in the Death Note, and even the Shinigami will go, oh, I never knew you could do that, or you never ceased to amaze me, or I didn't even know that was possible with this book. So he's even like one-upping the Death God of how to use this book. And the whole anime is this huge battle of wits, and it's just incredible. And I don't think because there has been a movie for it before.
They did live action.
They did a live action one a while ago.
Yeah, there's a couple of those.
I think it'll
This
be
is an Americanized version.
I think it'll be good because isn't
Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe
Shinigami,
is Ryuk the Shinigami.
but he only does the voice though, so
Yeah,
I think it's CG.
Yeah. It'll be CG.
Yeah.
I'm not getting hyped because I feel like it will disappoint me.
Because they're containing it into a single. I thought it was a Netflix series, but it seems to be a single movie at least to start it with, whether it's a pilot or not. But then you've got the detectives in there as well, the police force trying to catch him as well.
Yeah, well, the
and
whole thing
is
that Light's dad is the police chief.
Yeah,
and he's trying to catch. No, it's that's episode 1. That's the whole thing.
Yeah,
but so he's trying to catch the Death Note killer, which is his son, and his son's trying to hide it from his dad.
Yeah,
and then it's this big whole thing, and then
And because he's got those insights with the police department, he knows all the criminals and things like that. He can access to their names.
Yeah, he can access the criminal database, but also he knows what the police moves are going to be because he's talking to his dad and he's kind of sussing that out. I can't say enough about it, and I'm worried that the movie's going to be so average that people will just write it off and never check out the anime because the anime is just so good. There's a lot of traditional, Japanese anime tropes in it, and it's sometimes a little bit over the top, as it can be. But at its core, it makes you think, and it's so good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'll check it out at least, even if it's bad. At least it's getting
if it's bad
out there amongst people again. Same
if it is bad, I know you don't watch a lot of anime, but I think you would enjoy it.
Yeah, I think I got about halfway through season 1 and then dropped. Yeah, but it's definitely something I wanted to get back into. Yeah. So that pretty much covers everything movie-wise and game-wise, but I did want to chuck in some TV shows that are coming out just on Netflix. So the big ones that really catch my eye, one is Wet Hot American Summer, 10 years later. Did you see Wet Hot American Summer? So I'd never heard of it. It was this TV series that came out. Originally it was a movie in 2000 where it had all these amazing actors that are famous now, like Paul Rudd, Kristen Wiig, Amy Poehler, Bradley Cooper.
Okay.
And they play... these kids in camp. So some of them are like camp leaders, but they're teenagers, but they're clearly like 25-year-old people playing teenagers. And then they made
like Kristen Stewart playing Belle in Twilight, who's like a high school kid, but she's like 24.
way
worse than that.
So then they made Wet Hot American Summer the first day of camp, I think.
Yeah.
About 2 or 3 years ago, and that was a prequel to the movie. Okay. So now they're 20 years older and playing like 45-year-old playing teenagers again. And that was really good. And all these people are famous now, so it had like a great cast of characters. Yeah. And now there's Wet Hot American Summer 10 years later, so I think they go back and do like this reunion. But it goes for about 8 to 10 episodes, I think. Yeah. And it's got great actors in it. It's really like stupid funny. Yeah. And it's pays out camp movies. So I'm excited for that. Funny. It's really good. And the last thing I want to talk about is something called Marvel's The Defenders. Yeah. So some people have gone sour. Daredevil Season 1, awesome. Daredevil Season 2, pretty good. Better than Season 1? Yeah. Whoa, with Punisher?
Yeah. Only because of the Punisher.
Yeah. And then there was Jessica Jones, which people were all keen for. I dropped off towards the end a bit.
Yeah. David Tennant carried Jessica Jones. For me, anyway. Him as Kilgore. He nailed that role in that really, the villains are always big, normally big and tough and I'll smash you, but the psychological villain and that he was.
Like sadistic.
Yeah, and he just had power. And just a really unsettling demeanor about him as well.
The Purple Man, he was cool.
Yeah, so to me anyway, he carried Jessica Jones as a series.
Well, I think that, like the same with Daredevil Season 1 with the Kingpin and Season 2 with the Punisher. Yeah. And then Jessica Jones with Kilgrave. Luke Cage didn't really have that strong of a villain.
No, he didn't.
And I only watched this like first 6 episodes, I think, and it kind of trailed off. And I'm like, yeah, I can get back to it. I'm not missing anything. But I like Luke Cage and Jessica Jones.
Well, yeah, like John Bernthal, Vincent D'Onofrio, and David Tennant. Not as much like David Tennant. I said carry Jessica Jones, which I think he did. But D'Onofrio and John Bernthal were every much as equal as.
The Kingpin and Punisher?
No, Daredevil.
Wilson Fisk? Matt Murdock?
Yeah, who's the actor? I've gone blank.
Which one are we talking about?
Matt Murdock. Who's the actor?
Charlie Cox.
Yeah, they were very much equal.
Yeah.
And, you got a good villain and you got a great hero. Yeah. And, it carries the whole season up. Whereas Jessica Jones was cool hero, interesting hero, great villain, and then Luke Cage was cool hero, and the villain was just non-existent. Really, it was very much more of a political show than anything.
Yeah, not that I'm like all about the action and kicking and punching, but
No, it just
it
wasn't
was
interesting
very just
to me.
like Cottonmouth and his like dragging by. But it was good to see that kind of like blaxploitation kind of TV series.
Yeah,
And then the fourth one, Iron Fist, nobody seemed to like that. And
I didn't even start.
big uproar about him not being like an Asian American or an Asian character. He was just like this prissy Loras. What is his name in Game of Thrones?
Loras Tyrell.
Yeah, Loras Tyrell.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they've kind of lost their interest, but this is the Avengers of the Netflix universe. So it's them all teaming up. Again, they're fighting the Hand, which I'm pretty sure Iron Fist and Daredevil twice was fighting. So I don't know if they're going to end up stopping these things. But yeah, I'm excited. I'll get into it. I'll get into the hype. I'll watch the first couple episodes. They might have awesome opener.
Yeah.
It'll probably trail off, and I'll be like, I'll get to the end of it.
I'm excited to see Daredevil again in some fashion. What's the next one? The Punisher.
Yeah.
Wondering if he'll be in it at all, maybe, or they've put him away because he's got his own series coming out
Yeah, they've
in the
probably done that.
next year. They've started shooting.
Okay.
There's already been pictures on the internet of him and his get up on set.
I think it's like Jessica Jones and then Punisher.
Yeah.
Yeah, season 2.
So what? Okay, well, if the Hand is the villain, the hands, because how much Defenders do you know?
I just know that they team up and they defend things.
So you never read even though you're a Marvel comic fanboy, you never read the comics.
No.
I was just trying to think of who could the villain be?
Yeah.
Other than the Hand.
Yeah, well, they've established the Hand in it, and they've gone up against them many times. So at least, and especially since it's a common thing that they've dealt with.
It's a linking thread.
Yeah, but the thing I'm excited is because Claire Temple, played by Rosario Dawson, is the one that links them all together. And everybody's like, there's no way that Iron Fist, Danny Rand, would meet her and they're dealing with the Hand, and she wouldn't just be like, hey, I know a guy who fought the Hand.
I know like 2 other people that have dealt with this shit.
And I think they're saving that for this, so that just the crossing of like the same as the Avengers was so good, is because Matt Murdock, Daredevil, Danny Rand, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, how these people act, and they're mostly loners that don't get along with each other.
Yeah.
And to see them interact, to be like, holy crap, I'm Daredevil, and you're Iron Fist, and you're Luke Cage, and you're Jessica Jones, and just
what
to see
can you
them
do?
interact.
What can you do?
Exactly, and see if they get along at first, or if one doesn't like the other, or Luke Cage is getting on with everyone because they're already getting on with Jessica Jones.
What's Rosario Dawson's character again?
Claire Temple.
Claire Temple. Didn't she? She's in Luke Cage.
She's definitely in Jessica Jones and Daredevil and Iron Fist. I don't know.
I'm sure she was in Luke Cage, and she was going.
No, she did.
And she was. Yeah, she was in Luke Cage, and she was going to. She offered him to. She's like, I know a guy. Speaking of Daredevil, who can help you with this, and he's like, no, I don't want any fucking help. So yeah, she's already. I think she's already tried to do that. In that universe. Already. But Luke Cage was like, nah, I'm cool.
I think it'll be exciting, at least for the first couple of episodes. I struggle with Netflix because I swept up in the wave of it. By the time I've watched 6 episodes, other people have watched everything. There's spoilers out galore, and I'm just like, I'll just read the spoilers.
I find I burn myself out. Like the whole, sometimes as much as I love the season drop, sometimes I hate it too. So Game of Thrones has just started again, and I watched episode 1. Great, loved it. If the other 7 episodes were there, I would have watched all of them as well.
Yeah,
but I also like having something to look forward to.
I like the talking because it gives you the chance to talk about it and kind of like guess what's going to happen next. And
we were just doing it with Game of Thrones with Ryan out in the room there, and when your season drop, it's like, well, I had time to watch 4, you had time to watch 6 of them.
Yeah,
Ryan binged the whole season,
and even then,
and then when we come to talk together, it's like, oh, I don't know if that happened in episode 4 or 5.
Because you binge it molds together, and you're like, did this happen? You're like, no, thanks for ruining that. Yeah, it's hard.
I'll give it a go.
But that's August in a nutshell. A lot of good things in there. The other thing you can check out is the Melbourne International Film Festival. So there's a whole lot of new stuff coming out, and they've got a whole lot of like directors and actors and things like that. So if you're in Melbourne, check that out.
We should check that out.
We should check.
We haven't done a film festival yet.
No, we haven't. I went to a couple 2 years ago at the Melbourne. Got ones that caught my eye. So we should at least get a guide and maybe pick out 1 or 2 to go check out.
Yeah, we should.
There's some good people there.
So that's August for 2017. What are you excited for? Please let us know in the comments. If we describe something wrong, please tell us, because that happens. I'm Josh Saunders.
I'm Dylan Button.
See you in the next video.